Today on the channel, something entirely different for this week's Kyle Peterson Top 5, as I'm counting down my top 5 Mattel Elite Basic Customs in my collection.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, a Thursday tradition here on this very YouTube channel. As every Thursday, we're counting down my top 5 and occasionally top 10 favorites of something. And today we got something entirely different, as we are counting down my top 5 customs. I guess I'll call them WWE Mattel Elite Basic Customs that are in my collection. Now you guys, longtime viewers of the channel, and gals too, all the gals, you guys and gals know I am not a customs guy. And there's a lot of people that love custom action figures. They live for the custom. Nothing wrong with that. It's your collection, your rules, do your thing. But for me, with that completist mentality, if I start going down the road of many customs, where does it end? It never does end, and they're obviously more expensive than a $20 figure at retail or whatever it could be. So there's a lot of reasons I don't dabble and get too deep into customs. That being said, if you're a serious collector and you've been around for a long time like myself, you've probably had a few customs in your collection over time, and I'm going to talk about 5 of them. And you guys know from a lot of my videos, I love an easy custom. Customs I can do myself are just as fun as, ground up customs. So there's some interesting stuff here, some easy fix-ups, some easy customs that I have in my collection. But like I said, by no means am I going to say these are the greatest customs of all time, or these are the greatest figures of all time. It's to be interpreted on a custom anyways, but it's just not my thing normally with customs. But I do get some questions from time to time about a few of these saying, wait, what is that figure? I've seen that. What is that? Officially released? Well, no, it isn't, and I'll explain that a little bit here, but I'm going to narrow it down. I probably only have like 10 customs in my collection. Like I said, I'm not a big customs guy, but here's 5 that I really do like. And of course, like all these videos, you got to put them in order. Not always easy to put in order, but it's a little easier on this one. And this is a really weird one because I guess they're all the same. You can't be wrong. You can't be right. It's your countdown at the end. And I don't know how you're going to rank your top 5 customs because I can't see them. So this is more just a show and tell, I guess, is what this ends up being here. But of course, going to start at number 5, work our way to number 1. We'll see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's kick it off at number 5. All right, we begin the top 5 countdown, of course, at number 5. And number 5 was an idea I've had for quite some time. And once the WrestleMania Vince McMahon Build-A-Figure came into life, I said, I think it's time to complete this custom. What is it? Well, it goes on my WCW shelf. It is the custom Michael Buffer. Now, like I said, I love an easy custom. Vince McMahon Build-A-Figure, sell your Vince McMahon head, get a couple of dollars. You get the Jax Rocky line Michael Buffer head, boil and pop, switch it over, and voila, you got the announcer to the stars, Michael Buffer, of course, most known for WCW Monday Nitro and the big boxing events back in the day. Shout out to his brother Bruce with the UFC, and I think there's more Buffer brothers that announce things as well. Just an announcing family is what they are. But Michael Buffer, a big deal, of course, in the Nitro days, and I felt it fits really good in my WCW shelves. And the Vince body, perfect for him. And the Jax heads, a lot of people are down on Jax all the time. That's so Jax, that's so Jax. Well, a lot of their head sculpts do stand tall against Mattel, even all the way to this day and age. So this Michael Buffer figure, very fun, very easy custom, which makes it even funner sometimes with Michael Buffer as Vince McMahon, I guess is what we'll call it right here. So that's number 5. All right, next up, we're at number 4. Of course, that comes after number 5. See, I can count there. But the number 4 one here is an interesting one, as we never did get a wrestling gear figure of this character. And this person, of course, known for their announcing most of the time. But there was a brief moment where they wrestled and actually had a match at WrestleMania. Hopefully, that'll be their only wrestling match at WrestleMania in their career, and I would think that will be the case. But coming in at number 4 is based off a Chad Gable basic figure. It is Michael Cole. So remember Michael Cole wrestling at WrestleMania? Lawler, Jim Ross, that whole feud, all that kind of stuff. Really got Michael Cole right here using a Chad Gable basic body. Really does look like what he wore at WrestleMania. Easy to do, of course, with a Michael Cole Build-A-Figure head. If you had that figure back in the day, get an extra Michael Cole head and bada bing, bada boom, there it is. You got a wrestling version of Michael Cole. And like I said, mostly known for an announcer, and I think a lot of the current fan base has forgot this even existed. But it definitely was a moment in time, definitely something different, definitely something cool, definitely something I wanted in my collection. It was one of those ones I said, I'll get a $10 basic, grab an extra head off of eBay, and bam, there it is. So coming in here at number 4, Michael Cole wrestling gear. We've reached the halfway point of our top 5 countdown. I would say put your list in the comments down below. I guess you'll have to be really descriptive since you can't post a picture. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to this very YouTube channel as we got videos every single day. Dangerously close to 40,000 subscribers, as you guys do know. So now we're at the number 3. And number 3 feeling a lot like number 4 and maybe a little bit like number 5, as this one is another announcer. A voice of a generation for many people, but a guy that stepped into the squared circle many, many moons ago with their partner, Hulk Hogan. Who are we talking about? Well, it is Mean Gene Okerlund in wrestling gear, using a James Ellsworth body, and of course, I believe this is the old Walmart flashback head for Mean Gene. Give him a fist, give him some of that, give him a custom t-shirt, and there it is. You got wrestling gear, Mean Gene Okerlund. This would be a cool one to get officially one of these days. We've got a lot of Mean Genes from the Mattel line. This would be something different. This might fit in somewhere. Maybe they get in a box set or something like that. Something fun, something different. I needed this in my collection. I thought it was just an easy, cool idea, and that's the way I went with this one. Like I said, Mean Gene, known for his announcer work, a historic character as we know, but always liked the idea of this and had to do this other easy custom to have in my collection. So coming in at number 3, wrestling gear, Mean Gene Okerlund. Getting dangerously close to the number 1 spot. We're at the number 2 selection right now, and the number 2 custom figure is the one I get asked out about the most in my videos, and it's usually over my shoulder here, so a lot of people do see it. They comment and say, hey, what is that? Where did you get that? Well, this is probably the easiest custom of the bunch, and a custom is what you make it. Like I said, you can go ground up, or you can simply throw a shirt on somebody and bam, you've got a custom. And that's what I did right here, because at number 2, we're going to CM Punk. We're going to him in his Chicago Blackhawks jersey. So very simply enough, how do you take those basics and make them elite? You put some soft goods on them, you put some bells and whistles, and bam, they feel a little bit better than they were before, and that's how it is with this CM Punk figure. It's, of course, Chicago Blackhawks. That's his team. We've seen him in this jersey many a times over the years. You swap this jersey on him, you got a brand new custom CM Punk, and I couldn't resist this one, of course. This is kind of the Blackhawks colored basic CM Punk figure from way back in the day, and then I did get this, and I had to look and research a little bit, but I did get this way back in the day from Ralph's Figure Clothing. Search it out there, Ralph's Figure Clothing. That's where I got this Blackhawk jersey from. But about as easy as it gets for a custom. You buy a jersey, bam, there it is. But like I said, out of all the figures behind me, this is one I get asked about the most. People are always like, where did that come from? What is that? What's going on? Well, there you go. Now you know the answer. No doubt about it. Very, very cool to see this CM Punk right here. I always love this one. It is an eye-catcher one. It is a front rower in my collection. And the easiest custom I've ever done, I would say, as well. So CM Punk coming in at number 2 in his Blackhawks jersey, which means there can only be one, like a young Highlander. What's my number 1 custom of all time? Stay tuned. Well, here we are, the number 1 spot, the number 1 custom in my collection as of right now. I guess it could always change, but of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to this very YouTube channel, as every Thursday we do got a countdown video going on. And don't forget about the Patreon for early access to all the videos on the channels, including these top 5s and top 10s. Appreciate all the support to the channel and the Patreon. But number 1, I guess, is technically a TNA custom, and this is one of my favorite performers of all time. This is a recently retired superstar. This is a brother in face paint. However, for the custom, the face paint came off, and I have no idea where I got this figure from. I had to have got it at least a decade ago, I would say. What is time once again? But I think it is Main Event Mafia Sting. And it is, of course, Sting in a suit, sunglasses, no face paint, baseball bat. So an interesting custom. Like I said, I can't even for the life of me remember where this one came from, but it is very, very cool because the glasses come off, and all day long it is Sting without the face paint. Looks like Sting, just a fun version of Sting. And when we think of Sting, we think Surfer Sting first. At least I do. I know many don't. But of course, Surfer Sting, then Crow Sting. But very few people think of Sting in his suit, his main event Mafia wear. That's not something that really comes up a whole lot. So it's definitely something different. It's definitely a standout in my Sting shelf. And of course, it's based off a Mattel Elite body, so it fits in the Mattel collection as well. So Sting in the main event on Mafia, his time in TNA, definitely different. Definitely a very cool one to have in my collection, or who knows, maybe any collection out there. So Sting taking the top spot. So once again, let me know your thoughts on your customs in your collection. Are you all in customizer? Are you a serial dabbler like me? Or are you all points in between? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day between the two YouTube channels, and you can get early access to them over on Patreon, as I did say. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel, of course, over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget, hardcover exclusive to Barnes & Noble, softcover on Amazon. It is the complete guide to Jack's Class Superstar Series by yours truly. Almost 700 pages of content right here. Very, very fun book. I appreciate all the support. And if you want an autographed copy, hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Top 5 Customs, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.